Welcome back, everybody, to Military Family Investing. I'm back with another one. All right, so let's jump right into it. This is part of a 11-part series called Middle Class Investing. All right, and I linked to this one specifically because that way you can start from the beginning and see how it flows from becoming somebody that doesn't have the information to 11 articles later, you'll have a little bit of the information, at least enough to dig deeper into all these different things. And I chose income investing, created Paycheck with income investing because that's my favorite part of investing. Okay, so let's begin. As I said, that my favorite type of investing is my favorite type of passive income is income investing. All right. So it took me a while. I dabbled and dibbled with different stuff, but it took me a while. But income investing is my hobby. It is my favorite thing to do. Okay. It's not for the faint of heart, which means that your principal amount will fluctuate based on the market, but your income will steadily grow. All right, so you have to learn how to separate the difference, right? So your house value goes up and down almost every day, but you don't really think about it. But if you're renting your house, all you think about is the income coming in and coming in, coming in, not necessarily the price, the value of the house. Same thing with income investing. Okay, why would you want to become an income investor? Because in a nutshell, it's pretty simple. Okay. It's pretty simple. Now, when you talk about buying the right product at the right time, you might have to learn more. But basically, you turn over your money to somebody or some security, and then it gives you money back. Once you hold that security long enough, it'll pay you all your original money back, and then you're in what we call infinite return. Meaning, I invested 1,000, it paid me $1,000 in dividends. I have all my money back, and I still have the income coming in. Right? You own something. Okay, so that's the ultimate goal. All right. So if I get $1,000, I know if I invest in PDI, right, PIMCO, Dynamic Income Fund, closed-end fund, it's giving me 11% return. I know exactly how much it's going to pay me the next month. Okay, 916 a month. All right, doesn't sound like a lot, but think about it. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. Before you know it, you have all kinds of money. Now, the way you got to think about it is, I'm turning over $1,000. It's giving me $9 back. Okay. Theoretically, your $1,000 stays there, right? It could go up and down. One day it might be 800. The next day it could be 1,200. Don't worry about that. All you think about is, okay, what can I do with the $9? Cool. I could pay for my Netflix. Oh, actually, you can't. Uh, I could pay for, my weekly or 1 week. I could pay for some ice cream or something, right? Once you get into that mindset, it's 10 times better than going to work, making $1,000, spending the $1,000, and then you're waiting for the next paycheck. Okay. So you're turning over $1,000 to get a $9 paycheck every month for the rest of your life. Okay. So you use the rule of 72. So 72 divided by the yield, in this case 11%, equals 6.5 years. So in less than 7 years, you'll have your $1,000 back. And then if you keep those assets for 40 years, you see what I'm saying? That's the greatness. Okay. And the goal is to keep buying more income. All right. So say you get to $1,000 in dividends. All right. You want to reinvest at least 25%. At least 25% you want to put back into the POW. So then each month, right? Each month, your dividends go up. Each month, every month. Think about that. When you work a job, if you're lucky to get a cost of living allowance increase, that's once a year. And if you don't need all $1,000 in dividends, maybe you take 300. This is what me and my wife do. We take 300 of it, and then we reinvest. We have like 1,200 a month right now. Then we reinvest the 900 every month. It's very powerful. Life is good as an income investor. You see the world through a different light. You see the world through income. All right. So yes, I used to love buying $60 video games. Okay, but now I could buy video games from my dividends, and I'm like, okay, cool. I might really want to buy this game, or I could buy 2 or 3 preferred shares on the market at $20 each, and then it's going to give me a dollar 25 every quarter. every 3 months, right? It's my decision. Sometimes I'm feeling froggy, I invest. Sometimes I'm feeling froggy, I buy a video game. Either way, it's my option. I earned the right to have an option. All right. So me and my wife, as I talked about, we spend the money that goes to our Cash App. Our Cash App, we have dividend. I call it dividend debit card, but the dividends come to the debit card directly, and then we spend those. Everything else, all the other 9 brokerage accounts, we just reinvest. All right, and I reinvest into high yielding products, so I'm growing the income. Okay. Now, my goal personally, wouldn't it be nice to have $5,000? So in December of 2022, we received 1850. $1,850 in dividends. Once I saw that, I made some life changes, right? I came back to work literally the first day in January and dropped retirement papers. Because why would I sit around at a job to make an extra $3,000 in retirement over the next 6 years? When obviously my dividends are going to far outpace that kind of. Even if I don't even add to my dividends and that's reinvest, it's still going to go up over those next 6 years. It's still going to be like $5,000, even if I don't even add to it. Even if I just reinvest the dividends I have coming in, it's still going to be $5,000, $6,000. So this stuff works. Now it's all part of overall process. Okay. Now here's a look at some of my close-end funds, which are part of the income investing uh, portfolio. Okay. So you look at the yields. The yields are really high right now because the market's down. All right. So part of income investing is understanding what you're buying. All right. You can't just put your money in. You got to understand what you're buying. All right. And so income investing is very leveraged. Okay. They're buying bonds, but they're leveraged bonds, meaning they take a loan at whatever percent. They get a good interest rate, 3%. They invest in bonds at 5%. All right. That's leverage. All right. Arbitrage. Like you're buying something and then buying something else. Right. You do that with your house. Okay. If you're a real estate investor, you only put 10% or 20% of that money down on your house, and then you rent the house out. The renter hopefully pays for your whole mortgage and you get a little profit. All right. That's arbitrage. That's leverage. All right. So these people do all the leverage for you, but you got to be aware that when things go in your favor, so interest rates spike up, treasury bonds spike up, mortgage rates go down, and then they yield higher, right? Packages go down, but the yields go up, right? So that's why you have 7% mortgages. All right. But beyond that, all right. So you have to do your research on all this stuff, right? Keep reading my works. You'll start to see the different trends. You start to learn enough, right? You just had to know enough to be dangerous because you're not going to start with a lot of money. All right. Me and my wife are close to 300,000 in this account, right? But I didn't start with 300,000. I started with 1,000. I started with like $500, if that. Okay. So then over the years, I was able to learn more, read more, and I read this stuff every day because I really enjoy it. Okay. Now, you can do an automatic investing, right? So if you put it in N1 Finance, it's going to automatically reinvest, right? I think I have, so right here. Okay. So I have 10 income stocks inside my N1 Finance income fund. All right. So once it hits $25 or more, it reinvests and it finds the ones at the best rate and it buys it for me. Okay. So it just keeps reinvesting. Now, my Wells Fargo, I have to take all my dividends in cash and then I buy what I want to buy when I want to buy it. So I have like $300 a month for that one. So I say, okay, cool. I got $300. This one's yielding good. This one's going to go up. This one's this. Buy. Right. So I do the research. Okay. So you can do both ways. Now, is it right for you? It's not right for 98% of people. All right. I like talking about it for the few people that can actually understand it, but it's very, you had to have nerves of steel. You have to read. There's no risky investments, only risky investors. I'm not buying these products and then trying to leverage and sell and do all this. I'm buying, I'm holding. If I buy high, okay. I just make sure when I buy low, I buy more, right? So my goal is to create a paycheck. Me and my wife created $1,800 paycheck. You don't understand how much money that is because you don't realize that I didn't work for it. I worked for the original money. The original money's still there. And now I have another 1,800 on top of it. That's my money. Like, so if I say, hey, I want to, go on a vacation, I need $10,000. I don't even have to save up. I just had to wait the time, right? So I just wait 6, 7 months. I just take all my dividends in cash and I have $10,000. And then I turn everything back on. All my products are still there. I start reinvesting again. We're good. And in the meantime, some will pay special dividends, some will do dividend increases. So life is good once you understand the information. But you have to read, keep reading. Right? There is no easy way. There is no way to do it without learning. Okay, so I started right here with 25 cents in August 2019. All right, so it's not even 4 years yet. It's 3.5 years. We're doing amazing things. Okay, I'd love to see in August 2023 where we're at, starting from 25 cents. It's crazy. Okay, so I know it's a step too far for most middle class, but the series walks you through everything. All right, it's not supposed to be some ultimate source of information. It's just basic information that makes you see the world differently. If you have a $600 a month car payment and you can reduce it or pay off your car, right? It might take you a year. You pay it off instead of upgrading or getting a different thing. You take that $600 and start income investing or dividend growth investing or index funds or high yield savings account if you don't have it, CDs, whatever works for you. But you have to do something. Your money has to do something for you. You have to save it and you have to treasure it, right? It's not more important. The most important thing is time. And you want to spend time with your family. But you can't spend time with your family if you're working. So you need passive income, right? $18.50 a month. And that buys me, I could say, hey, I could take my son. We went to pizza and it was like $120 for 4 people to eat pizza. I didn't have a care in the world. I looked at my son and I said, hey, we could go out 10 times this month or more just on dividends and do this once every Friday. And I didn't care without a care in the world because I didn't pay for it. My dividends pay for it. How powerful is that? Right? I wish I would have had the information a long time ago, but now I'm here to give you the information. All right. So if you want it all, you want a big book on it, grab it. This is free. Don't Gamble with Retirement. Okay. So that's free. This is a big book. This is on Amazon. Okay. That's a super huge book. This is like 1,200 pages. This one's like Don't Gamble with Retirement is like 350 pages. Now, if you want to go and get the different series right here, there's the links. Okay. Read them. All right. So 110's out. 111 is releasing tomorrow. But yeah, go ahead and read those. If you want a different life, if the bills are crumbling around you and you're not happy and finances are a big part of your happiness, if you want to gain control, start here. All right, with that being said, I'll see you next time. Oh, and if you're reading this, make sure you subscribe to this WordPress. Okay. So if you're a WordPress person or something, make sure you subscribe to WordPress. You got to create a login probably, but it's good. That way you'll just get these little articles in your inbox. And I don't expect you to read every day. I write every day, but maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. But you have to keep reading because it keeps you on track, right? You will start to deviate if you don't read every day. It humbles you back. Okay. So anyway, I'm rambling. I'll see you next time. Bye.